Well, how's it going, subscribers? How's it going, new viewers? I'm Ion Prime, and got some good news to go over today, and also taking a look at why it's in my collection, just the unique parts of some of the games that are in my collection, in particular the cases that they come in. But we'll take a look at that a little bit later in the video. But today, talking about the PlayStation Plus game catalog for June and Godzilla pre-orders, they are live. But first up, PlayStation Plus game catalog games for June. They were announced this morning. A decent collection of games for this month. You got Sonic X Shadow Generations, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Farming Simulator 25, Blades of Fire, which I had not heard of. So if anybody has played that, let me know in the comments if that one's definitely worth the download. And the MMORPG Desert, Black Desert is part of the game catalog for this month. Now, the headline game is Final Fantasy 16. That is a great get for PlayStation Plus game catalog. I absolutely loved Final Fantasy 16. Such a great game. I think one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy 16 was the side quest. And something that kind of gets me a lot of times in the side quest for various games is that, you know, they'll take you off on this side path and you have to go through them for like an hour, hour and a half to be able to complete it. What I loved about the side quest in Final Fantasy 16 is that most of them were fairly short. I could have those done in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So that I really enjoyed that, and that allowed me to actually go through most of the side quests. I didn't 100% all the side quests, but I went through a majority of them, which was, again, very rare for me to do, but it was just nice that those side quests were nice, short, concise, and I was able to get through them pretty quickly. So I really like that. But Final Fantasy 16, definitely give that a download if you have not done that yet. The premium game for this month, as we learned in the State of Play last week, is Gitaru Man. And I've never played this game, so I believe it's like a rhythm game. But I don't know. I may download it, may check it out. But those are your games for PlayStation Plus catalog for this month. Stop by there if you subscribe and check out the games to download for free for this month. And I may have to fire up Sea of Stars once again. It's such a great indie RPG, and I beat both the main game and the Throes of a Watchmaker, which that DLC, free DLC, by the way, was basically a game in itself. Love the expansion, but there is a new expansion, and there's their final expansion for Sea of Stars. It's called the Sunset Edition, and it sounds like this is a prequel of sorts for Sea of Stars. It says, quote, a new cinematic intro which puts faces on heroes from the past known until now only by name. It tells the story of the tragedy they went through and sets the stage for the adventure to come. So, like I said, I might have to fire it up and download this free update, and you can get it if you are new to the game. You can get that update right then whenever you get the game. So I'm definitely going to check that out. But again, a new DLC for Sea of Stars called Sunset Edition. And here's a cool thing in the video that they made when they announced this is that they are Sabotage Studios. They are working on a collector's edition with I Am 8-Bit. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this, and I Am 8-Bit does some really cool collector's editions, and I think they'll do a cool one with Sea of Stars. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and when it gets announced, I will let you know, and I'm going to have to figure out how much money I have to save up to be able to get that. And this is a very cool piece of news for Final Fantasy VII Revelation. If you have a save file for both Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you'll get the Chocobo and Moogle and Phoenix summon materials in Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Now, in Rebirth, if you had a save file for Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, you got Leviathan as a summon material. So I'm so ready for Revelation. Spring of next year when it releases, I'm probably going to get the deluxe edition, just like I've done with with both Remake and Rebirth. And that deluxe edition, both of those had some really cool stuff in it. Both had the soundtrack, which which I absolutely love the soundtrack to any Final Fantasy game. Had some other cool little stuff to go along with it. There was some pre-order bonuses in that, steelbooks, that kind of stuff. So that was Final Fantasy 16 that had the map that went with it. But anyway, I'm definitely going to get the deluxe version for Final Fantasy 7 Revelation, and those are going to look nice on my shelf, having a Remake, Rebirth, and Revelation, all the deluxe edition boxes right there together. So very much looking forward to it spring of next year when that releases. And this was kind of an unusual sale that I saw in my email this morning. This from Limited Run Games. Now, I saw the email and then I see like 75% off, and I'm thinking, what? Limited Run never does sales, especially something with these steep of discounts. And I'm thinking, are you able to pick up the physical version of these games at this price? Well, no, unfortunately not. So, they like to stay physical, but they do offer digital versions of the games that they sell. And this is actually a sale on the PlayStation Store. And some of the deals that they have on there, they are pretty good though. So the Rugrats Retro Rewind Collection, it's $20. Death Wish Enforcers is $23. Marvel Maximum Collection is $25. Fighting Force Collection, that is $13. Now again, these are not the physical versions that they had out. These are digitally on the PlayStation Store. But I may have to pick up the Fighting Force Collection. That definitely looked interesting to me. And it'll be $13. Why not? But these deals do run through July 2nd, so you got plenty of time to be able to pick those up. And finally, the surprise and a very popular announcement last weekend of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered. It is now up for pre-order. Folks are excited about this game. I may have to pick it up just because I never played this game whenever it originally came out, and I mean, it just looks like a lot of fun. Good grief, you're fighting Godzilla and his enemies, and you're doing it in a city, and you can pick up skyscrapers. It just looks absolutely awesome. But it is available on PS5 for $30, and it is available on Switch 2 for $40. Both of those are physical editions, and no bonuses right now as far as, if there's any extra stuff thrown in the physical editions, but I'll keep an eye on that and let you know if that does come out. But definitely a good price on this, and I'm definitely going to pick it up. All right, so today we're going to take a look at a unique part of why it's in my collection. And I wanted to show off because I know it's kind of controversial for a lot of people, but I enjoy getting the steelbooks with various games, whether it's in the collector's edition, whether it's in a deluxe edition, where it's just a standalone. But I love the steelbooks and the way they put the different art on them and just the way they look. So I wanted to go over some of the favorite steelbooks in my collection. And first thing I want to start out with is, Persona 5 Royal, their steelbook, which again has some great artwork there on the front, great artwork there on the back, but a fantastic steelbook, and of course inside with the disc and everything. But yeah, this steelbook was really, really cool. And it has a really cool sleeve on it as well, a little cool plastic sleeve, so you just slide it in there and it's a steelbook edition, Atlas, got the rating and everything. Yeah, this is really cool. Very much enjoyed that. All right, next up, and this was a limited run games order. This is for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This is the steelbook available for that game. And I had actually already gotten the game digitally, so I've never actually opened this up to put the game disc in, but pretty cool little steelbook, and this was the card that I got with it of Donatello. I was hoping it was Michelangelo, because Michelangelo is my favorite turtle of them, but Donatello, definitely awesome. But a great looking steelbook, got a nice texture to the steelbook as well, to the characters and everybody, but really good one for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Next up, steelbook is a very recent release of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Great beat 'em up game. Love all the characters that are available in the game, but this steelbook looks really, really good. Really cool stuff in it, and of course on the inside of it, really cool as well. But yeah, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, really great looking steelbook edition for that game. All right, so next up is a few Final Fantasy games and the steelbooks that I got with those. And first up is the steelbook for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just absolutely gorgeous. Seeing Sephiroth right there on the front, and then you got the very simple, I believe it's the Japanese cover art there on the very back, but then you got inside. And so this is cool. I think I remember, or you may remember me talking about this, but there was a company on Etsy that was making manuals for these various games. So I picked up the manual for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, and this is the manual that comes with it, and fits great inside of the steelbook for Final Fantasy VII Remake, excuse me. Next up is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and this is the one that came with the deluxe edition that I got of the game. And again, just a beautiful Zack and Cloud right there on the very front. Got to the outline of the Buster Sword on the back. But again, just a beautiful steelbook. And once again, from that Etsy store that I ordered, they made a manual as well for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that fits really well inside of the steelbook. But again, really great steelbook here for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I haven't opened this one, and I'm not going to, but this was the steelbook. This was a bonus if you pre-ordered it through Best Buy. So Best Buy had its own unique steelbook for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and this is it right here. Really cool. Got the Aerith and Tifa and Sephiroth there, and then I got just the plain cover on the back. So yeah, really cool pre-order bonus there from Best Buy. Next up, and this one is a little beat up, I know, so I don't know, I may have to find another one a little bit later, but this is for Final Fantasy XII on the PlayStation 2, the steelbook for that. But again, Final Fantasy XII, really, really cool game. Got, of course, the manual and the disc and everything inside. But yeah, love the outside of this, the texture of the 12. You can feel that 12 right there. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. And then got some details of what's in the steelbook there on the back. But again, the steelbook for Final Fantasy XII. And then finally, as far as the Final Fantasy games, this is for Final Fantasy XVI, the steelbook that came. This is the one that came in the deluxe edition of Final Fantasy XVI. You got Clive right there on the front, really cool stuff, and then just the plain Final Fantasy XVI there on the back. But you got on the inside the game disc and everything. Yeah, really cool. And then you got Ifrit right there behind the disc, which is really neat. But yeah, great looking steelbook for Final Fantasy XVI. And with that, because I did pre-order this through Best Buy as well, it had a special steelbook case to go along with that too. And this one's really neat because it's Clive with you can see there's 16 that you can kind of sort of see behind. It might be kind of hard to pick up in the camera here, but there's a 16 kind of there overlaying his face there, and just Final Fantasy 16 there on the back. But this was the steelbook case that came with the pre-order through Best Buy for Final Fantasy 16. All right, so just got a couple more games here to look at for the steelbooks, and next up is Streets of Rage 4. This is from the collector's edition from Limited Run Games. Streets of Rage, one of my favorite video game series of all time, and I was so glad when I was able to get the collector's edition for Streets of Rage 4. But yeah, just a great looking steelbook there with the cover, and then yeah, got Axel there on the back. Great stuff. And then of course inside, yeah, really, really cool stuff there for the steelbook for Streets of Rage 4. And finally, so I got, these are the same steelbooks, and this is for Madden 23. Now, you're looking at this and you're like, Madden, why did you get steelbooks? Well, you have two of the same steelbook for Madden 23. Well, I'm not exactly a Madden player. I haven't gotten into Madden in quite a while, but I loved John Madden just as a commentator. Loved watching him growing up on CBS, on Fox when he called the games, and that's the big reason that I wanted to get this particular steelbook, because this was shortly after John Madden passed away. And for Madden 23, they did the special covers for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 version. And when I ordered both of these, they were on sale at Walmart. Both of these came with the steelbook to go with these. So obviously one for the PlayStation 5, one for the PlayStation 4. But I mean, these covers are just absolutely fantastic for Madden 23 to honor John Madden after his passing. And that's really the reason that I got them. That's the reason these are still sealed. And these steelbooks look really good as well. I really like that a lot. But those are the steelbooks that are in my collection. Actually, I've got one more that I'm not showing today, but I will be showing tomorrow. And I'll just kind of turn around and I'll give you a little hint as to what it will be for for tomorrow. It's another really cool steelbook that I'll get to show off when I do a really interesting unboxing for you tomorrow. One that I don't think has been shown online, but it's going to be pretty cool. But you'll get to see that steelbook coming up tomorrow. Well, I'm Ion Prime, folks. You know what to do. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. I don't mind if you hit the dislike button. Do that. I mean, if you don't like the video, don't like it. Cool. If you want to talk about anything that I've talked about today, do that down in the comment section below. Also, my sources for everything I've talked about today, those are in the description as well. So be sure to stop by there and check out those sources, get some more details about what I've talked about. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, subscribe. Love to have you as a subscriber. Love to have you as a follower. Do that, my friends. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thank you so much to everyone that has been an early subscriber. Thank you very much for coming along on this journey. And thank you very much for watching, my friends. Keep your controllers charged, and we'll be back with some more news and back with a really, really cool unboxing for tomorrow as well. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.